Matthew Knies plays hero as the Maple Leafs stave off elimination and force a Game 6. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Leafs. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Toronto Sun Maple Leafs writers Lance Hornby and Koshan. And guys, just when you thought the Leafs season was over and done, they played yet another strong road game and staved off elimination with a 2-1 OT win in game number 5. Matthew Knies with the game winner. And Terry, it's interesting watching Knies this playoffs compared to last. There's still some mistakes because he is a young player, but you're really starting to see the confidence grow for a guy who has that type of physical ability.
Yeah, the mistakes are going to be there for the youngest player on the Leafs roster. I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, veterans are making them as well in this series. So I certainly give Knies a full pass there. You know what? We saw indications of this last year when he came up, and a lot of it was playing on adrenaline before he got hurt in the series against the Panthers guys. But Knies was physical in that series, was smart. Of course, he'd already earned the trust from Sheldon Keefe to be on the ice for overtimes through the playoffs last year. And last night was just another indication of what he's capable of doing, especially on that goal, having the presence of mind to drive to the nets. And you watch the replay, it's two Bruins veterans at the net who don't know that he's there, and Charlie McAvoy and Charlie Coyle. So, smart of Knies to do what he did there. Not really surprising, to be honest, because this is what we're expecting out of him. And you know what, guys, no matter what happens with the Leafs this series in the offseason, there's going to be changes. We know that. But one real source of optimism for Leafs Nation certainly is the development of this guy and where you know that his game is going to go, because it really is just the beginning. And again, it's one game, but we've seen this progression in Knies, and he has the ability to be one of the better power forwards in the league with A, his physicality, and B, his touch around the net.
Well, Terry, he certainly crammed a lot into 17 minutes last night of even strength play. I mean, he had 4 hits, or 3 or 4 hits anyway, 4 shots on goal. He was asserting himself. And the part I really liked was that he was willing to mix it up with David Pastrnak, which they've done throughout this series. They've had a couple of physical encounters. But when you figure out you have to step up when you're missing Austin Matthews, of course, who's another big physical guy, but Knies, I think, takes it a step further than Matthews does. He really gets involved there, and you might have seen Matthews push a bit and obviously hit people, but he doesn't get involved in the scrums in that part. So that part of Knies' game, I really like as well. And of course, you've seen him on several different lines. You've seen him come through the injury. You've seen him get used to the pace of the NHL. So it's all good signs for this kid, and whatever happens from here on in the series, he's left a mark for next season.
Yeah, absolutely, he has. And you look at the back end of things, and Joseph Woll with a fantastic performance, Lance. It's got people thinking if maybe he should have been starting games earlier in this series. Is there something to that, or do you think it's just a case of hindsight being 2020?
I wouldn't say. I mean, both Terry and I have talked about how he really didn't earn the right to get into the series any earlier for the way he finished up. But it's curious. I mean, last year he's thrown in, and he did pretty well, and everybody knows how it ended with Radko Gudas standing over him and roaring after that overtime goal. I think he's taken a lot of NHL lessons to heart all season long, including a time when he was the undisputed number one before, you had Martin Jones in there, you had Samsonov struggles and all that, but I thought he really asserted himself, and now I'm not surprised that he came into a very hostile arena, looked calm, made some good saves. The only goal really not his fault, kind of a clear bad bounce involving Benoit that went. Otherwise, we're talking about this guy pitching a shutout. So, good sign that he's there. And now we've seen it with other Leaf goalies. They take one game and run with it. And hopefully for the Maple Leafs' sake, that's going to be the case with Joseph Woll.
Yeah, I'm with Lance. I mean, if you're going to argue that he should have been starting earlier, then I want you to point to all of the bad goals that Samsonov was letting in. To my mind, there was one, the Trent Frederick goal a couple of games ago, that he really should have had, and probably if you give him 10 more chances on that, he makes it to save 10 times. The fact of the matter is he was not providing bad goaltending. Jeremy Swayman, as we've seen through the series, has just been a wall for the Bruins. And you know what? I don't know about you guys, but watching last night, you're thinking, okay, it's 1-1. You could very easily see a 2-1 Bruins win here, just the way things were going. Of course, it's not what happened, but and like Lance said, Woll, when he came back from the high ankle sprain at the end of the season, starting Feb 29, he didn't put up great numbers. He had 10 starts, won 4 of them. His save percentage was below 900. So if you're Sheldon Keefe and the staff, you're not looking at him saying, okay, well, he's making a good case here to start in the playoffs. That never happened. It was Samsonov, of course, and now it's all moot, and it's what Woll does in Game 6 here Thursday night at home. But you know what? Whenever he has been in, for the most part, the composure's been there. Again, the calm. He's rarely in a position. He's so good technically, and really we saw that last night. And like Lance said, the goal not his fault at all. I would challenge any goalie to react quickly after the way that play happened. Bang bang. But we do know this, Lance. There's absolutely no question as to who starts in goal in Game 6 on Thursday, and that will be Joseph Woll.
Exactly.
Yeah, Joseph Woll with a great performance in Game 5. We'll see if he can carry it into Game number 6 as the Leafs once again try to stave off elimination. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. For Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.